Yells!
Yo guys, what's up? It's WarSpirit, and today I want to bring you guys a very basic guide to montage editing with Sony Vegas Pro. I've seen a lot of people bringing out some montages recently on Crysis 3, and some have been pretty cool and some of them not so cool, sort of the editing letting them down, so I figured I would show you guys the easiest way to make a nice clean edit for your montages. It's not difficult. If you've got Sony Vegas, then just watch this video, this little tutorial that I'm going to do and show you guys how to do it. So you saw my Crysis 3 montage teaser. I'm basically going to show you guys how to do sort of stuff like that. So the first thing you basically need is you need good montage clips, stuff like triple kills and quad kills and psychos and stuff like that. Single kills are not really montage material unless they're sort of like trick shots and stuff like that. And the next thing you need is a cool sort of montage song. So basically what you need to do is get your clips, there's my clips, and drag them into Sony Vegas. So I've got all my clips in here now. That's pretty basic. You're gonna have two tracks basically at the start when you open up Sony Vegas, one video track and one audio track. You can add more tracks by right clicking on say an audio track and inserting an audio track and stuff like that. Delete a track, insert, right click and insert video track as well. So I've got my clips in here. Next thing you need is a good song. Got my song here. That's it there. And so I've actually split up these clips already, which once you've got a clip, basically you've got your video track here. So you want to find the good part of your whatever, your cool triple kill basically. So you can just click along here on the timeline to put it to the right spot. There's the start of the clip. Press S on your keyboard to split it at this point in the video, and the end of the clip is when I turn around here, and that's me got one clip here. So basically I just want to click and drag this over to the start of the song. And you can see, here we go. So basically if we hear the song, it's going to kick in here, boom, and that's where we want the first kill to be, so we can just line this up straight away. So we've got the first kill there, and the big beat is here. So we can line this up. Okay, so that's that lined up with that beat right at the start. Now basically what I did in my little montage, as like sort of the music is coming in here, I basically want a nice long fade in of the clip at the start. So we've got the clip here. Oh, I accidentally dragged that there. Control Z will undo basically any mistake that you make in Sony Vegas. So we want it to be basically right before the kill. That's where it's going to fade into. So we can do this, split it there. That's where the kill is. Just pressing S on your keyboard to split the clip, and what we're going to do is basically turn this small little part where I jump into the sky, we're going to change that to slow motion. So what you do to get slow motion in Sony Vegas is hold in control and then like click on the edge of the clip, left click, and then just drag it out, and you can see that the clip is being extended for slow motion. If you click on the properties, you can see the playback rate as well up here. So it's like 34% of original. We got some nice slow motion. Ta-da! What you want to do is when you slow down sort of video clip, it also slows down the audio track associated with it. So to make your slow motion audio track sound as good as possible, you want to go to the properties of that and lock to stretch. Don't forget to do that, otherwise your audio might not sound so good when it's in slow motion. Okay, and if we go to sort of the top left hand corner of this clip, we can fade it in. So we get a nice long 1 second fade in. There we go, fade it in. Bang! Also, at the start, I've added some text. Text is easy to do. You just right click on your video track in Sony Vegas and go to Insert Text Media, and up comes the text box. So, introducing ... Font I use is, been using Agency FB a lot recently. Make it nice and small, nice and sharp. All caps actually. Introducing. Center's fine. If you actually go, you can get into here by back into the text editor thing by clicking on this little generated media button, and you can go edit it again. You can click here and move it around the screen and change it precisely with these two axes here. You've got properties, you can change the color of the text, you can change the background color as well, and change the tracking, makes the letters spaced out a little bit more. Scale it if you want to scale it. So that's text added, and again we can fade that in and fade it back out. Also we want to fade in the song, so again just click and drag, fade in the song. This is a long introducing. So we see there, the second beat came in, and that's where I want my second kill to be, is on the second beat when that comes in. So what we're going to have to do here is a little bit of trickery to bring this kill closer. So split it where the kill is going to be, or where you, there we go, there's a kill. So bam, that's where we want it to start again. Split it there, and then we've got the kill here. So the kill here makes a kill. Where's it make the kill? Right there. Ta-da! And then we're going to just hold in control, go to the right hand side of this, and drag it in so it's nice and sped up. Let me bring this in. Timed that pretty well there, just guessing. What you can do is, so that's sort of where the beat is right there. What you can do is go up to the top here of your timeline, right click up here, and markers and regions, insert a marker, so beat. So that way I know exactly where the beat is all the time. Boom, boom. Don't forget to save, a little save button up here. So basically what I want next is a smooth transition to my next clip. So once you got your next clip, that's not it, that's not it. This is the next clip we want. Bit of takedown action. Alrighty, so that's what we want to follow on from this one. So one sort of smooth transition I like to do is basically sync up my camera movements between the clips. So you see, sort of at the end of this clip, I turn to the right. My guy turns to the right. So on this clip, at the start of this clip, he also does a little twitch to the right hand side. So we can utilize this, put them both together. Shrink this one down again, just click and drag to cut off the end of clips. If you use your arrow keys, it's basically skipping frame by frame. So right there is when he starts to turn to the right. I think that'll do. Sometimes Sony Vegas lags a little bit between clips. Gotta have a beastin' PC to run this program. So what I did in my little edit was I faded these clips into each other by doing a fade to white, which is different from a fade to black. Everyone always does fade to black. So what we're going to do is a fade to white, which is obviously a little bit more challenging because to fade to black we just do this. Left click and drag on the two top corners. But for a fade to white, what we're going to do is we're going to split off the ends and the beginning of these two clips, and then we're going to go into Event FX, and what we're going to want to do is add a Sony brightness and contrast. So click Add, then click OK, and up will appear this window here. And what we're going to do to make it fade to white is we're going to animate it, and we're going to double click at the end here where we want it to be at its brightest point. Take that right to the end, click and drag that right to the end, and we're going to change the brightness at this point to 0.8. So if we skip through, we can see it gets brighter. Okay, so that's that one fading to white, and then we need this one to fade out of white. So within FX again, add Sony brightness and contrast, and animate it. Double click at the end here, go back to the first one where we want it to be as bright as possible, and change the brightness to 0.8. Hopefully we've got a nice fade in here. And here we do. How's that look? That looks pretty good. Alrighty, now we got this. Ta-da! Triple kill on the final beat. Alrighty, so we see that the song fades out nice and slow here. So that means we're going to put in a nice long fade in. You also heard at the end of that clip there that the guy said, oh, technical excellence and stuff, so I want to include this in my montage, but I don't want the sort of video footage to be still in the clip. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to split the video track from the audio track. Just pressing U on your keyboard separates them, and then you can drag out the audio track without dragging out the video track. So I want them to say that, technical excellence, commendable field work. So we take that and we can drag that down into another audio track. We also will want to do here is we want to decrease the sound of the music, increase the sound of this guy's dialogue just over these little audio sliders on the left hand side. Just that, so it's good. Fade that out. Grab my next clip, which is going to be some DSG trick shotting. Fade that in. Always want to make sure you're fading in your sounds as well. Actually, earlier on I forgot to look to stretch that one that I sped up. Alrighty, making a trick shot there. So in this clip my audio recording basically was messed up. I had music playing at the same time and I don't want that music in the clip, which means I've got no gun sounds in this clip. So what you're going to need to do for that basically is to go and re-record some audio tracks basically. So open up your recording program, go in game, fire some DSG shots at a wall, or get a friend to come in so you can get a nice headshot sound effect and record a nice DSG kill sound. And again, I slowed this down, and then you can just basically sync up the headshot sound with you making the headshot in the video. So he jumps, and then I slow it down until he makes a headshot, and then he does a little power jump. Slow that down. Whee! Nice little effect. Now we're gonna say, we've already got a text track at the start here, so Control C that, copy, and paste, Control V, and we can just say, coming soon. And we're going to fade this one out right at the end again. And we're going to fade out the music. And we're going to save it so Sony Vegas doesn't crash and you lose all that work that we've just done. So now we can play it right through and see what it looks like. And there we go. That was actually pretty good. Pretty happy with that. I would upload that. So, okay, what next? There's one thing that I like to add to my montages, and it's sort of the cinematic bars at the top and the bottom. So if you click on this little window, this little thing here, it's called Event Pan Crop. This window here will pop up. It's really big right now because I've got stuff set up on my second monitor as well. So, and obviously I'm just recording this in one monitor, so I've got this up. And I've got little presets saved to change this so it's cinematic and stuff like that. So these little bars appear on the clip. So what you want to do is to get those little bars yourself. You can see here, like dragging that down, you can zoom in and zoom out on the clip. I think you just disable lock aspect ratio, okay, and then just drag the top of this sort of highlight square, drag that down, and then you've got some nice cinematic bars, okay. And basically once you've got nice cinematic bars, you can save this up top, so cinematic bars, then click save, saves your preset, and you've got your list of presets in here. And now what you can do is basically apply that event pan crop to all of these clips, which you should really do at the start. If you're going to do this at the start so that you don't need to do it so many times to all these clips that are split up. Alrighty, and that's me applied. Should be cinematic bars on everything now. So, the next thing that we did was we wanted some match highlights to be included in the footage. What we need to do is find our match highlight clips. There's kill number 1, kill number 2, and kill number 3. Cool. So, how do we get these lined up basically so it looks good and in sync with the kills So we just want this sort of like the finishing blow on the guy. Split that up. Take this, Control C, I'll just Control C and move it over. Insert video track. Insert audio track. Move this track up a little bit so it's easier to see. And Control V and paste this in here. So we've got the kill. And basically what we have to try and do here is line this up so it's good. What I did to get rid of like the HUD is another event pan crop here. So open up the event pan crop window and basically zoom in on the guy. Oh. What we do actually want to do here is we want to keep that aspect ratio. So we zoom in on the guy and then we can like sort of move this around. So we just get the guy in it, do a little bit of rotation here and there. Rotate it around, so there we've got the guy. Okay, so now we want us to go round about here. Alrighty. What I did is sort of here in the music track you can hear 3 beats, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I did was I synced up 3 arrow shot sounds to the 3 beats at the start. If there's a 4th beat and then the next kill comes in, so 1. So we need another arrow sound on this beat here. So what we can do here is we can split this track, take the sound of the arrow. We've got an audio track here by the looks of things, do we? Insert audio track. Control V. Okay. What I also did to save some time was just the speedy up part. You can just cut some of that out because you're not going to be able to see actually the speedy up part. What's going on, pretty much. So then we want basically this bit here to come in. Right about here. Obviously it's very hard getting this to fit in. I had a lot of fun trying to make this fit in. But you get the idea. You get the general idea, and that's all this is going to be. Takes a lot of time. Took me 4 hours to edit that 30-second teaser. Oh, there we go. Do you hear that? Cool, so we got that first one done. Basically what you want to do is do that with the final 2 as well. Sync that up to the song. And then this clip here is pretty easy. Didn't really need to edit that one much at all because that was pretty in sync already. What you want to do here is make sure you're fading out these sounds here so it's not too sudden. Fade them out. Click and drag. Oh, drag that video track there. There we go. And then we've got this guy over here saying commendable for your work. It's a little bit too loud, I think. Even a little bit too late. We can just click at the top of this soundtrack and basically drag the volume. You can change the volume slider there. Alrighty, so we're almost done. Almost. There's some final little things that you want to do to make your montage look nice, make the gameplay look nice, make it look better than just standard footage of the game. So get a good part of your clip, and what we're going to do is basically add some color correction to it. To do that, you go into Event FX again, and what we're going to use is Sony Color Corrector. Add that to your track. Out comes this rather complex looking window of the color wheel. You've got your low, midi and high colors, you've got your saturation, don't want to change that, your gamma and gain and offset and stuff like that, so we're basically going to change it to that sort of color. So basically what I always do is move this little wheel. You're going to be controlling these little wheels here. You can see doing that changes the color of the video. And don't do stuff like that, or don't do stuff like that. That looks stupid, okay? Don't do that. We're going for a nice clean edit here, so we're going to change the lows a little bit, give them a sort of yellowish tinge. Same with the MIDI, but with the highs, we're basically going to take them down to light blue. Just a touch, because like the whites and stuff, we don't want the whites to have a yellowish tint. So we're going to have them with a sort of blue, the opposite. Take that in the opposite direction. You can see here. Oh, where were we? We've got quite a nice color on there now. And again, you can save these presets so that you can use them for your other clips. Like if we go to, well, we've actually only got one clip of this anyway. For example, there you can see the change in the color. Cool. So what we want to do is we want to get the color of this one on here. So save it as a preset. Now this is my presets all here. Hell's Kitchen preset. And then we can go here, this little window here. Color corrector. So we've got all our presets saved. Hell's Kitchen. And what you can do is select your clip that you want it on and drag that onto there as well. So now that has the same color as the ones before. And we're also going to put this on here. So what we can do is press D twice to switch from normal selection tool to drag, sort of select clips and drag that across them. So we can drag that across all these clips here. That's the clips with the bow and arrow. Double tap D again. And actually we're going to select all of these here. So double tap D, select them all. Double tap D to get out of that. And then drag down your color correction onto that clip. And then, again, with these ones, we're just using the same color corrector here. It's a good color correction. It works for most clips. For this one, I don't know, you might want to change this central caverns a little bit. It's not really a yellowish map, it's more purpley. So if you move it too far, then you're going to get a horrible color, but I can sort of just remove the yellowish tint from central cavern so it looks alright. Still got some nice color correction there. Unfortunately, that one didn't copy over, so we'll just use the Hell's Kitchen just now anyway. Alright, so that's color correction, slow motion, zoomed in with event fan crops, cinematic bars. Basically what you're going to need to do to get the cinematic bars on this clip is, because I basically rendered it all out and went into After Effects and added some lens flares and stuff, which is a little bit more advanced, then basically I could drag in the clip again and go to event pan crop and select my cinematic bars. So what you are going to need to do is, if you want something like this with cinematic bars on it, just render that out, and then just render this little section out, drag it back into your clip, and then add cinematic bars to it. And that's about it for our little montage, guys. These are excess clips which we didn't use, and we can change the size of this little scale down here so you can see there. That's our edit, that's our montage, our little 30-second edit. And obviously with a lot more work and syncing things up, put another few hours into this and you can get it looking really, really good. So the last thing you're going to want to do is render out your video, and the best way to do this is at the top of your timeline, up here at the top, click and drag and select your full edit, everything that you want in there, and then we're going to go to File, Render As, and you've got all your different settings here, tons of settings, so you're probably going to want to Google for some good settings. My HD render settings for YouTube, I use Sony EVC, it's really pretty good quality. If you go into custom, you can set it so 1080p, 59.94 frame rates, change the bitrate as well, determines sort of the quality of the video. And then you've got audio, and obviously the higher quality you use, the larger the file size is going to be. So okay, and save, and then put it in your folder, and there you'll have all your montages that you did. Cool. So save that, and depending on how good your computer is, that'll determine how long it takes to render. But after you've done that, you're good to go. That's you. So thanks for watching, guys. That's all I've got to show you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of little tutorial, something different for my YouTube channel, and hopefully I help all you guys out making Crysis 3 montages out there. And again, you can see that teaser, the finished version of the teaser uploaded on my channel. I'll be working on the full montage once my exams are out of the way, and I'll get that out soon, so make sure you're subscribed to see that final version. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.